Hey, what's up? Watching this video. My name's T Mango, T Bone, T Timothy, TT. Got an iForce V8 four-wheel drive. If you're like me and you got the Tundra bug, then you know when you see one of these driving on the street, you're like, oh, is it four-wheel drive? Is it four-wheel drive? And then if it is, then you gotta go like ask the person if they're willing to sell it, and then they say no. And then you're just a Tundra-less person like I was for a long time, but not anymore. I picked this one up. 2006 Tundra 4-door SR5, 256,000 miles. And some of the Tundras actually come in a V6. So that's the first thing I'll say. Decide whether you want to get a V6 or V8. I don't think any of the 4-doors come in V6, but both are great vehicles. I personally prefer the V8. I've had both now, just because of the way it drives. I love the way it drives, the power that it has versus a V6. Anyway, this is what the interior looks like. Pretty simple stuff. One of the features that I like about this truck actually is that the back window does come down. That's pretty cool, just for air circulation. But a few things I want to tell you to look out for when getting one of these. Number one, you probably know it, rust. Yeah, crawl up underneath the truck before you buy and make sure there's no rust, significant rust. If it's rusted to the point where you have to question it, I would stay away from it, especially if you think that you might want to resell it someday, because if you're trying to resell one of these trucks, and as soon as someone asks you if it has rust on it, and if you have to say it has a little rust, then people are not going to want to come look at it. I'll tell you that right now. Another little thing is like right down here, valve cover gaskets. Make sure that these have a tendency to, I don't know, for some reason leak, so it doesn't really affect the driving of it too much, but you don't want significant oil leaking from them. If it's a 4x4 like this one, make sure that the four-wheel drive engages and disengages properly. Check the transfer case, make sure it's not leaking anything. Check the rear differential, the front differential, make sure it's not leaking anything. All the boots and stuff, make sure they're not cracked. Obviously, take it for a good test drive. Accelerate fast in it. The longer, the better. One thing about test driving a vehicle that I've learned is that it's easy to get really excited, and especially if you think you're going to get it, to want to take it home as soon as possible. But it's really worth the time. Take the extra time on the test drive and really listen. Keep your eyes and listen and feel for anything that doesn't feel right. Because if you feel or hear one weird noise, believe me, tomorrow, the next day, when you take that car home, that truck home, that noise is going to be there, and you now own that noise, and so you're going to have to fix that. And if you're like me, I don't want any noises. I don't want anything funky happening to the vehicle I'm driving. So yeah, there's that. Radiator, check the coolant reservoir, make sure that's full. Here's a big one: timing belt, water pump. If you can get the records, the service records from the previous owner of when the timing pump was changed, or any service records, if you can take them home with you, I would highly recommend that. Absolutely. And those are the major things. And of course, if you're going to any kind of noises, or if they don't have the timing belt thing, or if the 4x4 doesn't work properly, of course, negotiate that off the price. Because if they have a problem with the truck, believe me, they're going to be much more willing to negotiate and take a lesser amount than they're asking if there's a problem. But overall, these trucks have awesome reputations. They are known to last easily 300,000 miles, 400,000 miles with the original engine and transmission, which is not, I can't really say that for a lot of trucks, other trucks that I've seen gas powered. It's like, you look around the marketplace and most trucks have a story like Ford, Chevys, transmissions, engine's been replaced, rebuilt, but not these. These guys are just all original bad A. All right, anyway, if you're thinking about getting a Tundra, let me know. Press a thumbs up on this video. Comment if you would. This one is for sale. I'm actually here in Athens, Georgia, selling this one. And I got it's got, again, 253,000 miles on it. It's a 4-wheel drive, good condition. Asking $8,000 for it. So I think that's a pretty fair price. Actually, the Kelly Blue Book is like $8,500 for it. I think they hold their value extremely well. Anyway, yeah, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I appreciate it. Okay, thanks.